Hi YouTubers, so today I want to tell you about some recent surgery that I had and the reason why my foot is wrapped up like this. I know it's really dirty, but yeah. So on the 22nd of May, one day after I turned 20, I had an operation. I don't really call it operation because to me operation is like the big thing. I'll call it surgery. Okay, I had surgery to remove warts from the bottom of my foot. Initially I was told it was 2 warts. I always thought it was 2 warts. But the head podiatrist said it was 1 wart, but it turns out it was actually 3 warts, but 2 were in the same spot. So yeah, and it costs $300 for 1 wart and $150 for 2 warts. So for consecutive warts after that. So half price. So if you had 5 warts, it'll be like $300 for the first one, and $150 each for the other 4. But he only charged me $450 for the 3 warts because 2 were in the same spot. Anyway, so after uni, I had a lecture that finished around 3. I got home, quickly had something to eat, and I had to be there at 4:30. So my dad dropped me off. I was there probably 4:15. The owner, which also he just lives down the street from where I live, came out and he told me to wash my foot and clean it. Then he applied this cream which would numb it. And then when the time comes, the surgeon came out, and I used to be so scared of him because I had this wart for a couple of years now, and we tried everything, tried scraping it, applying different creams and stuff. So he would like make me bleed, and he was just really rough, and it just really freaked me out. But it turns out he's like a professor at the top university here, and also he's a bone surgeon, so he probably knows what he's doing, but I used to be scared of him when I was younger. So then I had to fill out a form, and then it said like, have you had local anesthetic before? Have you had general anesthetic? And I wrote yes to general anesthetic, but no to local anesthetic. Then I realised I had had local anesthetic before when I had my stitches removed and put in. My stitches put in. So then yeah, I filled out the form and stuff, and then my mum, she just happened to be there at appointment with another podiatrist, so she finished and she came in, and we moved to a different room. And then he asked me all these questions and stuff, and then he applied the 4 needles. Oh, they were so painful. Probably cannot tell because my foot's swollen. I'll try and rip this bandage off to show you. I think he put 1 here, if I'm not mistaken, 1 here, and then I think 1 on the side and 1 on the back. And this one was so painful because it went right into the bone. I was like, I didn't cry, I didn't scream, but it hurt pretty bad. I was like lying there like sweaty because it hurt pretty bad, and he's like, oh, you're so brave, usually people scream and stuff, but I don't know, I think I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Anyway, once that was in, he like put the needles in and my foot started numbing up, and then yeah, and then he had to call the receptionist to come in, and then he had to check that I was totally numb. So he like put needles, like, can you feel this, can you feel it, stuff. I'm not exactly sure where the needles were, but just roughly in those spots. But I know the one that he put like right on my bone here, there's still a scar there, but right there, oh, that hurt. And I know there was another one here somewhere, and then 1 on the back and 1 on the side. Anyway, yeah, so the receptionist came in, and then he dug it out, and it literally took like 2 seconds. Dug it out, dug the other 2 out, and then it was done. Then it started bleeding, so he had to like apply these bandages, and I had to sit there for maybe another 10-15 minutes. And oh, the receptionist was so nice. She's like, do you want me to like play you some music, or turn up the music, or give you cookies or a drink or something? But I was just playing on my mum's phone. That was so funny, and he was like, she was showing me photos because I had like this party that day at work, also where I work, but my mum and I work at the same place. And then the surgeon was like, "You're taking a photo of me?" Mum was like, "Oh, not your face, just the foot. Is that okay?" He's like, "No, it's okay. I don't mind being famous." So we took a few photos. I might include them at the end, but we shall see. And there's also photos of my foot. It's kind of disgusting, so I'm spare you guys from that. So yeah, after it was done, it was bleeding. Then he wrapped it up, and my foot was like wrapped up. Then I went out, paid the money, and I couldn't get any money back from insurance. Then I had to hobble into the car. Then I got home, and then we had to go. My dad and my mum went to hire crutches for 2 weeks. And it's not that expensive, it's about $10 a week to hire crutches. And yeah, to keep my foot up. And then I realised the crutches, the bottom was kind of breaking, so my dad had to go back to the shop to get another like stopper thing on the bottom. And then that night I slept on the couch because I originally started on the bed, but it just wasn't comfortable, and I had to share a bed with my sister because we had guests over and she was sleeping in my room. So I slept on the couch. I think I slept on the couch 3 nights. I think Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday night my sister went to sleep in my brother's room on the bunk bed on the top, and I slept in her room. Yeah, so... Or maybe Sunday nights I still slept on the couch. I think I slept on the couch 3 or 4 nights. It's not that bad because it's a... Because it's a recliner like that, and I slept on it when I had my operation as well a few years ago, and also when I was sick. I found it easy to sleep on there. So yeah, and then that on the 23rd I went to an event, this huge event, because usually I work on Fridays, but I took 2 weeks off. I went to this event there, and we got there. My mum like literally drove up to the door. I went in, met up with my youth group, and then we went in, and they happened to pick the seats, which were right on the bottom. So I was like walking down the stairs. I nearly tripped over and found a seat on the edge. But let's just say if this is like drawing's crap. Here's the theatre. So here I had to go all the way down here. Just sit here. Down there. Oh, and that day I also went to uni as well, so my parents dropped me off, and then my mum took me to the library early to study so I could get my homework done, and then from there I went into class for like 40 minutes, and then we went home. And then on the 26th, which was the other Monday, I also went to uni, but by now and on the 25th I went to church, both services, and I had to... My armpits were getting really sore because it happened on the Thursday and the Friday. So my mum and the guests that were staying with us put bubble wrap onto my crutches, and also these pillows, like neck pillows from the car, so they put them on. And I also adjusted the height. It was on like the highest one. I put it onto the second one, and then later I put it onto the third one because it was just hurting bad. Yeah, so that Friday I went to uni and to a big event. The Saturday didn't go anywhere. Sunday I went to church, and 26th I went to uni. My dad dropped me off in the morning. I went to a class, and I had like the bag around my neck because I tried carrying the bag on my side, but it was just impossible. Oh, sorry. But on that Friday after uni, after class, I also went to see the academic chair of that unit, and I was like walking there to take this long route around, and this lady offered to like carry my bag for me, but I was like, no, it's okay. And I found the academic chair, went to talk to her, and then got picked up. I waited for my parents in the car park. And I also met someone that I know, and she's like, "What happened to you?" And I was like explaining it. And then on the Sunday, the 25th, literally everyone like asked me what happened. I was like repeating myself over and over again. It's kind of annoying. It's great that they're concerned for you, but it gets really, really annoying. Anyway, so 26th I went to uni. My dad dropped me off, and then I was like trying to carry my bag on the side. But when you have crutches, you can't really carry bags. So I had my laptop in there, and I carried it around my neck. I know that's bad, but that was the only way. I went to class. After class finished, I went to the library, carried my bag, set up, did some stuff on it. Then went out, and that's where I met my crush. Okay, I have a crush, yeah, I admit it, but talked to him for a while, and he asked me what happened. He saw me on Friday, but he didn't ask me what happened. But I met someone else from my uni, and she asked me what happened. I went out, I had lunch, and then went back into the library, found another computer. I just stayed there till like 3:30, 4 o'clock when my mum came pick me up. Yeah, so that was the Monday the 26th, and then Tuesday I didn't go to uni, neither did I go on Wednesday. Thursday I didn't go either, but I went back to see the podiatrist, and he said it was healing quite nicely, and that I could go back to work the following week. So yeah, Friday the 30th I went to youth, and I went to uni to do a test. Hang on, the phone's ringing. Sorry, I just realised how dark this video is, but that's alright. It's more important just hearing me talk about it. You don't need to see my face. So yeah, so 30th I went to youth, and most of the people by now somehow knew what had happened. Only one person actually doesn't go on Facebook, and she was like, "What happened?" and like talking to me, and then I sat down most of the time, and yeah, so I went to uni that day to do a test, and my parents hung around, and then I got there late. It's supposed to start at 10:30. I got there at 10:40, and I was only there for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then I went to wait near the food court for my parents, and then they came around. Then I went to buy them coffee, and then I sat there while they were looking around the uni and taking photos. And then we went to buy some lunch, and then we went home. And yeah, that night I went to youth group. And as I said, one person asked me, and then this person like, "I'll get you a chair," because she packed up all the chairs, and I had just gone to the toilet and came back. So "I'll get you a chair," and I sat on the chair while they were playing game. And went home. And then on the Saturday there was a uni event. Oh, but when I went to see the podiatrist on the 29th, he said I didn't have to have it wrapped up. I just had to have a bandage on it. So yeah, I went to that event at the night, and people asked me what had happened and stuff, and I was like standing out before I got there. I got picked up by one of the workers from my uni. I got there probably 6:20, and I stood up all the way till like 7:15. Then till we had and I went outside and sat down for a while. Then we had dinner. I was sitting inside, and they like served me food and stuff. And then after that we had dessert, and then they were playing piñata outside. So I was like, I just went to the toilet and came out, and then stood near the doorway, and then they're like, "Have a go at the piñata," and like joking around like, "You should use your crutches." So I had a go at the piñata, and then after that stood up and for a while and talked to people. Then went into the lounge room where we sat down and watched people playing video games, and then we took a photo. And they're like, "Oh, do you want to sit here?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine." I stood up. I've been sitting all day, so I found it easier to stand up, even though it was hard with crutches. So we took a photo. Then that was basically it. It was already like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night by the time I got home. And then Tuesday the 3rd, we found out something. Or Monday or Tuesday, found out that my wound had healed up. It healed up on the 29th when I went to see the podiatrist. Sorry, I got something in my eye. But on the 3rd, I found out that the wounds had opened up again, and it was starting to hurt. And then I realised, well, this lady that was the guest that was staying with us, like, messaged her dad in Hong Kong, and he said maybe because we changed a different bandage or something, because we ran out of the one he gave us on the 29th. So we went and bought just one like this, just like a sticky one. I don't think we actually put gauze underneath, and we also changed to cream betadine because he said we could do that. So on the 3rd I found out, and I was like panicking because it didn't heal up. So then I think the very next day I went to the shops with my mum, and we went to buy gauze and a different type of bandage, and we tried to that. And then on the Thursday the 5th, we returned the crutches, and I started walking. Oh, when I first started walking, it was really, really hard. And then on the 6th, I returned to work, but because of the little, how do I say, like, backward thing, because it was healed up on, it was healed up on the 29th, but because we changed the bandage, and we didn't realise till the 3rd, those few days, the wound had opened up, and it took a while for it to heal up again. It's only just started healing up again. And then on the 6th, I went back to work, and I was like limping still, and it started bleeding. And on Saturday, it was bleeding as well. And Sunday, I was walking around church, and some people were like, "Oh, you returned your crutches." And yesterday and today, so yeah. Today's the what? What's the date today? I've lost track. 10th? Yeah, 10th. So I'll probably go back to martial arts today. We'll see. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's what it... Okay, I'll show you. Sorry if you get grossed out, but that's what it looks like now. So the top one and the bottom one. So you can see the top one's not healed up, but the bottom one is. But yeah, the top one, they were both healed up when I went to see the podiatrist on the 29th. But as I said, we ran out of bandages, and we probably bought the wrong type. And then on Wednesday we went to buy some gauze and a different type of sticky thing. And then yesterday we went to buy some more gauze because we ran out again. And we had some at home, but they were really old, so we didn't want to use them. So yesterday we went to buy some gauze, and again some sticky thing on top. But the gauze, hopefully, won't cause me to not heal up again. So yeah, that's pretty much my surgery, and I don't know how much longer it would take to be fully healed. It still hurts sometimes when I walk on it. I'm going to see the podiatrist. I think it's this week, but my mum said it's not till July, so I'm not sure. But we shall see what he says. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Trust me, I don't want to get warts ever again. The main reason is because I get really sweaty palms and feet. But I had an operation to stop sweaty palms. But unfortunately it makes my feet double because you can't block too many spots, otherwise you might start sweating on your back or your bum, or yeah. So it does make my feet double. That's why I'm more prone to warts than other people. And like now when I go to public swimming pools, I should probably be more cautious, wear thongs and stuff. So hopefully the warts don't come back. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Bye.